All right. Greetings, gamers. Hello. It's us, the Game Guildies. We're back from mini adventures. Sorry for the sudden cancellation last week. I always forget how risky it is to fly home taking late in the day flights. And what that will do. Yeah, what that will do to your time. And so I got home. I was expected to get home around maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning from Vegas. And I didn't get home till more like 2 or 2:30. And because of what I found when I came home, didn't get to bed until 3:30 in the morning. So that was rough.
I missed this story.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I've been saving it up to share with you all. But anyway, yeah. So we're. It's been a busy week for me. I'm almost feeling like I'm paying the price for taking a trip and trying to play. Like, it's not so much catch up, but it's just like keep up. And my camera's doing the dumb thing it does again. Hopefully,
I was gonna say your camera's flashing, Derek.
I know. I wish I could. I need to find a way to fix that, but I don't think I'm out of
the life of
cable.
Pro streamers.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, greetings to our friends in the chat, Jelfia and Heroic Logic. Thank you for being here. At the beginning, usually we go live and we're talking to us. But anyway, but Steph also was on some fun journeys. You went to Maine, right, to visit family a couple weeks ago.
I did. It was good. It's nice in Maine.
Yeah. Any gaming stories, or did you not do a lot of that?
I did have one game day, and I did learn Nemesis Retaliation, so that was exciting.
Is that the second one or the newest one?
The newest one.
Okay,
yeah.
Because it's what are they called? It's just the first game is just Nemesis, right? The first one's just called Nemesis, and then there's Nemesis Lockdown, and then it's Retaliation is the third one. Okay, cool.
Yep.
For some reason, I keep wanting to call it Nemesis Redemption for some reason, but I think Redemption is another name for something that's third in a series that I can't remember what it is.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And I learned the new Just One new version, which is basically Just One with a whole bunch of new cards.
Okay, so it's just new prompts. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a new entry, therefore I learned it.
It's a new entry. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, Lord knows we need that update on BGA because I have played so much Just One on BGA. I've seen so many of the same prompts.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. No, I mean, it was a good time. I didn't get a whole lot of gaming in, so it was more of just hang out with family and chill in Maine.
Yeah, that's a good trip too. Nice. Do you get angst when you're not gaming for that long? I'm just curious.
No.
She's playing on BGA all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That helps.
No, I can quit anytime. Yeah.
I think if it were like 2 weeks without gaming, then I would have like a problem.
Yeah. So you keep the avoid full with BGA. Okay, got it.
Oh, for sure.
I am having
and the My City app because I've been playing a lot of My City on the app. It's very addictive.
Really? I didn't know there was an app for My City. Goodness.
Yeah, it's really good. I love it. I mean, I love My City anyway, so yeah.
All right. I have to tell on myself for a minute. I'm having a moment. Forgive me. So I just got new glasses right before I went to Vegas. And I came home and set my glasses down by my desk and then went to bed. I got up in the morning, came down to my desk, not realizing that I had set my glasses right next to my old glasses, and they look pretty much the same. I'm 90% sure that I'm wearing my new glasses right now. And the reason you're probably wondering, like, why can't you tell? My vision has just gotten so bad. Like, I spend a lot of my day as a video editor staring at screens, and so my eyes, I'm constantly facing eye fatigue. I am trying all sorts of different things to combat it. I try a combination of using gunners
glasses? Did you get computer glasses?
I did.
Okay. Because that has been game changing for me. I almost cannot work without computer. The things of old age. Because I spend a lot of time staring at a computer too, and I almost can't work on a computer anymore without my computer glasses, my computer prescription.
And I won't, because it's like I try to be. I mean, because let's just be honest. A lot of my work time is spent on a computer, and then I'm usually staring at a screen in a lot of my recreational time too. So it's so I've been trying to be more intentional about like using my gunners and stuff like that. But like I went to go get my prescription checked, and I felt like that no matter what they did, I'm just getting blurred vision, and I think it might also just be partly because I'm diabetic, and there might be some problems with that. All I know is every time I try to like talk about because sometimes I have like double vision, and despite the shirt that Steph is wearing right now, I have that problem almost all the time when I'm staring at text on screens. Like right now, if I look at Michael's shirt, I can also see a mirror image of that lettering above it too. And every time I bring this up to to an eye care professional, they always just be like, "Yep, getting old sucks." And so I'm just like, okay, so I guess I'm just falling apart. And I'm like, at what point do I have to go, I might have so much bad vision that I can't do my job anymore? Like, I don't know. Yeah. So I was supposed they recommended me getting progressive lenses with the bifocals. I just saw the price tag and was like, I don't have that in my bank account.
Zenni, get your glasses.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go to Zenni. I was about to ask. So yeah, usually I buy glasses from Zenni, but it was like I needed these for my trip ASAP, so I wanted to get the order in as soon as possible. And also, I think I kind of was like, it was one of those things where I think they work you through sales where it's like, oh, I'm picking out pairs right now. Like, at one point, it was awkward for me to be like, can I just get my prescription and go? It was kind of like, I think they were preying on my social anxiety of like, I don't know how to say no.
Yeah, they're good at that. But no, I think people are that's what I do now is I'm just like, no, sorry. I'm not paying $800 for a pair of glasses when I can get the exact same glasses for like $150 on Zenni. Not doing it.
I think I'm wearing my new glasses.
Plus, I'm friends with 2 eye doctors, so.
Oh, nice. Nice. Bonus.
So I don't have to worry about that. I'll tell them what I think.
So
I got new glasses too, thanks to Steph.
So she and her mom were out shopping. I'm gonna fix it. Go ahead, continue.
And she took pictures of several of them. I'm like, yeah, all those look good. They were $188 a piece. Because inevitably there would be like one place in the house that's like missing a pair of glasses. And so when I'll take something off the table to go over to the couch, and then I will not have my glasses there. So now I've got cheap glasses everywhere in the house. So no matter what, I've got one of these at all of the spots where I go.
Nice.
Yeah,
so I don't have to worry about rules or
I
whatever.
have a pair of readers now that I'm already having trouble. Like, I'm not even sure where they are. They're somewhere in the house.
They're so cheap. I mean, you could get.
Well, no, I bought gunner
Yeah.
readers so that they're the screen glass gunners because I do. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not Michael, but when I am rule booking, it's on my iPad. Because if I don't rule book on my iPad, I take rule sheets out of games, and then they end up somewhere in the house, and then something gets spilled on them by a child or something like that. So I can't like reliably leave rule books on my desk or on my reading stand or anything, because like anything can happen to it whether it's a cat or a kid.
Yep. So normally they're like $10 or $20, which is cheap, but they can't beat $1.88. So Steph got 3 of them. So
yeah,
nice,
very nice.
Nice deal. Did you have any fun travels while all of us were on fun trips, Michael, or did you just?
There's one of them. No, I stayed home and played on the computer and got work done, and that's about it.
Speaking of the computer. Had I had the forethought, I completely forgot. Even with the reminder on my phone, I completely spaced it. Today, or was it yesterday?
Today.
It's today. Steam Autumn Sale is going on
today.
I haven't even looked yet, and I don't know if I should because I am in no position to buy games because I just went and spent a bunch of money in Vegas.
Well, you've got until October 6th.
Yeah.
October 6th at noon Central.
Yeah.
Minecraft drop. Oh my.
Minecraft what?
Drop.
Oh.
Jelfia said I'm more excited for the Minecraft drop tomorrow.
Oh, new update, right? Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I do not. I have so many games in my Steam library that I already don't play.
Yeah.
So, which is basically like my board game library, full of games I don't play. So, and I got another one today, which I'm excited about, and hopefully we'll find an opportunity in the not too distant future to play. My Sweetlands came in. My Sweetlands.
Nice.
So did Steph.
I was starting to punch it today, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I don't know anything about Sweetlands, but
it was.
We got a video up.
So good.
I'm very done with crowdfunding in general, but I knew that if I did not kickstart Sweetlands, I wasn't going to get Sweetlands because it's not going to be widely available. And correct me if I'm wrong, Steph, but from what I heard, it was not going to be widely available in the United States because it's somewhat of an import. So it was either kickstarted or don't get it. And it kind of was kickstarting on my birthday last year. So my husband said, go ahead, get it. It's your birthday present. And I'm like, nice. So it'll be my birthday present for this year and next year. And that's pretty much, yeah. So I got it last year for my birthday, but it showed up just in time for my birthday this year. So John, he's teasing me. He's like, should I wrap this? And I'm like, it's up to you. Like, because that's my birthday present for this year. So, yeah.
So most people know Steph's number 1 game of last year. Her number 2 game, Sweetlands.
It was a tough choice also. It wasn't an easy choice. But let's just say I'm very excited to have it now.
Sometimes I wonder if I should retroactively swap my number 1 and number 2 games from last year.
You can. It's a free country.
Yeah. There's no rules. Who cares? Come at me. Whatever.
No, nobody's looking at last year's right now anyway.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, things do change over time. For example, I played Tales from the Red Dragon Inn and Fate Forge on the same year. And I think I enjoy Tales from the Red Dragon Inn slightly more now.
Oh, wow.
Even though they were Fate Forge was 5 and Tales was 8. And I would probably flip-flop them now. Not that Fate Forge is bad. I've just seen some issues.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about the link block there, Jelfia. You're mentioning the Boss Monster 2 Kickstarter. Has that game improved? Because like I was all about Boss Monster when it first came out for obvious reasons, because I mean it was appealing to people like me that grew up on 8-bit Nintendo games, and I bought that game. I saw it in the store. I didn't I was not kickstarting games yet. I was still a Kickstarter virgin at that point. But I bought the game in a store and hated it. But I loved the jokes in it, and I had not discovered Similo yet. And in retrospect, I would have kept Boss Monster for its Similo ability because the character cards are glorious. If you're a fan of the 8-bit era of like NES and maybe some of the Sega era stuff too, but yeah.
They don't have like a link to the Steam sale, like all the games on sale. Like I don't understand.
I mean, it's a huge percentage of things in the library. Whenever we say there is a Steam sale, it's most things are on sale somewhere between 20 and 95%.
Yeah, and folks like us, I think, mainly care about those like 70 to 90% off deals, which
is why you use a wish list.
Yeah, which those cycle through a lot. Yeah,
sort by discount, and it will sort not by price but by discount.
Yeah, I've noticed they've shifted away a bit from the. Because I remember like 10 years ago, the Steam sales were like. You would come back to the featured deal page. They would do flash sales, remember? And it's like for 4 hours, you can get this game for $2.
I found out why they can't do that.
Oh, what's that?
In one of the countries, that is either Canada or Australia, their return policies run afoul of that sale.
Oh, okay.
And problems happen where they can't get refunded the right amount of money because of laws in that certain place. Therefore, now there are no flash sales anymore. Yeah. So at least that's
which
what
I'm kind of grateful for, because I no longer have. I mean, I am no longer in the season of life where I can just pop in there and
you no longer just hit the F5 button over and over and over and refresh.
Now that the way I edit videos now, I can't just have Steam open anymore. It's like because I'm full screen editing now because Game Night is a precision editing project.
Doesn't matter if you've got 3 screens. You see what I've got behind me, right?
Yeah, right. So I don't have multiple monitors on my desk. And I probably should, but I just don't have the space. Like my desk is not that big. And if I had another monitor, there would be no camera. You would just see the monitor in front of me because my main monitor is sitting on the corner of my desk. I do have multiple outputs, but those are for streaming purposes. Technically, I have a secondary monitor, but the eye line for it is way up there. This is where I can see all of you on the program out of my Blackmagic. But no. But yeah, so anyway, if anyone sees, I'm kind of playing the lazy guy's game here. If anyone sees any wild, especially in the board game realm, any wild deals on the board game apps, because board game apps are kind of, let's just be honest, infamously a little overpriced on Steam, and I understand why, because it's a different. The pricing structure is different when a board game goes digital, and I totally get that. But, it's kind of hard to justify sometimes paying what they would want you to pay full price for an app when you know how much the regular board game costs and the fact that the app probably has less content and less features, and well, I'd love to know.
I'm looking at the sale, and Between Two Castles is $250, which it often goes down really cheap. But Brass Birmingham is not on sale. Galaxy Trucker is not on sale. Unmatched Digital is not on sale. So it's almost like all the board games are not on sale.
But double check though. I'm going to probably sometime in the next couple of days. I'm going to check and see if Dominion expansions are marked down and all that good stuff. So.
I mean, it says Nemesis Lockdown is $750. That seems decent.
Yeah, I bought that app in the last Steam sale. You have yet to fire it up. I know that the experience that's in that app is not exactly the board game. It's more of a.
It's different.
That's what I've heard.
Nemesis. Nemesis Lockdown is more like the board game experience.
Okay, sorry. So the regular Nemesis app is its own thing.
They have a Nemesis Lockdown and Arkham Horror bundle for $675. What? So Nemesis Lockdown is $750. Am I reading this wrong? one of two items already in your. Oh.
Yeah. If it's a bundle, it gives you the price based on stuff you already have. So yeah.
I have. Yeah, I have Arkham Horror in my. I do. When did I get Arkham Horror?
Probably in. Oh no! I think I know when.
What happens.
I think the first time Michael introduced us to the Humble Bundle thing, I think that was in there.
I have a feeling there was a Humble Bundle in there somewhere.
I think it was.
And that's why you get these things, because even if you don't use them, you can end up cascading yourselves into more discounts later.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's like for me, it's like the fall is in full swing when the Steam Autumn Sale happens. Like it's like this is where I'm ready to play all my. I've been playing spooky games since the beginning of August. You know, my Summerween deal I've been trying to do. Haven't gotten to play as much as I want to. So it's a good thing I started early, because otherwise you only have like 4 to 6 weeks depending on when you start playing spooky games. But yeah,
it says Slay the Spire is $6, so that seems pretty good.
Yep, that's about to get a sequel soon too.
That's a 75% off right there. So I played that just last night.
Yeah, I don't have Slay the Spire on Steam. I wonder if I should get it, because I play it on my iPad. That's all. Slay the Spire has always been a mobile game for me. Like I don't think I've ever sat at my desk and played it, or I even wanted to.
You can buy the Slay the Spire soundtrack.
Oh yeah, soundtracks for all games are always available on Steam. That's like, it's kind of funny. I'm a little irked that they always kind of like make it sound like there's more content for you to buy for your game when it's really just the soundtrack. So
soundtrack, digital art book, that, the other thing.
Some folks might be all about that stuff. But
I would play it. I'd play it during the gameplay, and we play it on the table.
But you could also just do that on Spotify too, because if the soundtrack's on Steam, it's also on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify subscriber, you already have it.
I don't use Spotify, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Anything about it?
Because I was like that too. Because like, for example, if anyone's looking for a great soundtrack to fall asleep to, I recommend Blueprints. It's very ethereal, very calming, very much like, sounds like something you'd want to hear in like a relaxation spa or something. Beautiful clarinet piece.
I need white noise.
Yeah.
I need white noise.
Oh, you gotta do white noise. Yeah.
Any other melodies or anything, because then I'm like listening.
But
Titan Quest 2 on a tiny 10% sale.
Oh. Have I played Titan Quest? I don't think I have. But
it's older.
Well, through a matter of happenstance, and I don't know if this will ever happen again, unfortunately. But Amy and I were both in Vegas for different things. I went to the Keyforge Vegas Vault Tour, courtesy from my friends at Help from Future Self. They paid for me to go. And then Duchess was there for World Series of Board Games. So I would play Keyforge during the day at the Keyforge Vault Tour, and then in the evening try to either make my way. The first evening, I didn't go over to WSBG. Actually, we did after dinner, but we made plans to meet for sushi at my favorite sushi restaurant, and hashtag not sponsored, but I'm going to shout them out because I didn't realize until after talking to Dave Luza how much of a deal this place is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2017, I went to NAB, and my parents happened to be in Vegas for that same show. And so I met my parents. This is at the time I was living in Florida, so I didn't get to see my parents that often. So they said, hey, my dad had been living in Vegas for a year to help build a company and stuff like that. And so he discovered this sushi place called Bluefin. And he's like, it's the best sushi place ever. And like, we're from Colorado, so it's kind of like our tier, like, you know, it's like the this may not be like top tier sushi. It probably isn't, But, in Colorado, there's no such thing as an all-you-can-eat sushi place, except for like this all-you-can-eat Asian Empire buffet, which I know is not great sushi. You can get all the sushi you want there, but it's like, the selection's very narrow. It's like, it's salmon and California rolls.
And they've been sitting out there all day.
Yes. So Bluefin is a place you go, and so I was just there. I remember it being, I imagine prices have gone up because everything's gone up, but we paid I think it was like $32.99, I think, for just that's the all you can eat item on the menu.
Right.
You can of course go in there and order things like a regular restaurant, just order off menu and pay a price for it and call it good. They have lunch specials and stuff. But the all you can eat is you pay $32.99 and then you can order anything you want off the menu. Anything. I didn't even know it was anything. I thought it was just a sushi, but Bonds met us there and asked the question, can she get the miso soup? And they said, absolutely.
Yeah, you can pretty much get anything.
Yeah. So anything off the menu for 90 minutes. Yeah, you just for 90 minutes you can order as much as you want, and then anything you don't finish, they charge you for. And they just do that because these are like actively prepared sushi rolls. So when you order a sushi roll, they're preparing it for you, and so that's a way to make sure that no one abuses their sushi chefs by ordering a bunch of junk and then not eating it. So they that way, if you do decide to not eat something, they're going to charge you the menu price for it when you leave.
There are
but what if you don't like it?
They usually have grace for that. There was one time I tried something and did not like it, and they didn't charge me for it. But like, this is to prevent people from like bringing a giant party. Everyone pays $32, and you order 20 different rolls, and then which backs up the kitchen, and then they don't eat anything, and then it's like, I get why this is in place. Usually,
that a lot because they don't want people piling stuff on their plate and then just
throwing it away.
Pecking at it and throwing it away.
Yeah.
So
especially since sushi is such a high, it's such a high effort preparation, I guess, because it's like, there are special cuts and things like that. And depending on what you're ordering, you're getting some, and where you're, for example, this is the middle of Las Vegas, the middle of the desert, where you can't just find, it's not like they've got the ocean nearby to pull fish out of. Anyway, it was great. And then Bonds ordered sake, and I'm like, you know what? That sounds good. So I had some hot sake too. I hadn't had sake in a while. And then what was the other thing she ordered that if I could bring up the video, I would, but we made Bonds' reel about, and there's this great reaction shot of Duchess. What was it? It was a green apple flavored thing, but it was called Soho?
Well, it was some other kind of sake or whatever. And it was I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Now. I'd have to maybe.
It was served cold. I remember that. That was a distinct difference.
It was cold,
yeah.
But it was like, and it wasn't a huge bottle, but it was like a mini bottle of vodka. It was some kind of a sake, and it was some kind of brand. I don't know what it was. And
I want to say it was like Saho or Soho. It was one of those things. Yeah.
Yes, you might be right. But it was like shots of vodka that had like a melon aftertaste. But going down, it tasted like out vodka. But then the aftertaste was really nice and melon, which was very good.
I know. I'm going to
something. It was good, but oh my gosh, I was prepared for like maybe a beer or like I didn't know what I don't think I've ever had sake in my life, and so I was prepared for something that was a little bit more like not a shot. And there was so much in that bottle. I'm like, who's drinking this full bottle? You're going to be completely wasted after this full bottle. Because there was enough for each of us to do like 4 shots.
Yeah. Bonds got the reaction shot. And I want to make a GIF of it. Of Amy's reaction.
Thanks, Derek.
It was glorious. But and then there was something we ordered something we were trying to be adventurous and we were trying to be careful to like because obviously if you get too adventurous then you end up having to it's like they don't want you to, if there's something you don't like then it's like oh you don't want to get like flagged for being charged for it. So I tried something that I didn't know what it looked like when it showed up, and so basically there was a shuffling of plates, and I think I ordered something that was supposed to be incredibly spicy. I didn't know that it was going to look like how it was, and the plate shows up at the table, and I think it's a complete honest mistake. So I think Duchess bit into this thing thinking it was something she ordered, and it ended up being a mouthful of wasabi.
Nice.
No. It was wow. Yeah, that was potent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all those of you that have had that experience of like having just a little too much wasabi in your mouth, you're all cringing right now. Your body is reacting to that, I'm sure.
I don't like wasabi at all, and that was like, oh. Yeah, that was pretty gut-wrenching. That was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes, and then the alcohol did not help, and I am not exactly a big drinker, so after about, my 2 shots, it was like, oh, it's time to go home. But we had a really good time, and it's very good. It's a little ways off the strip. It was a bit of a drive out of town.
Yeah, I usually have a hard time getting friends to meet me there because if we're there for a convention or a show or something, it's like it's a ways off. It's like a 20-minute Uber ride. But I think it's so worth it, especially since when I met up with Dave Luza briefly after, back at the Horseshoe where WSPG was, and found out Dave Luza had went to one of the famous Vegas buffets and said it was $95 a head. I was like, wow, that is way more expensive than the last time I've done one of those. And I was thinking, so for all you can eat sushi, and it doesn't have to be sushi, it could be anything on their menu. They don't do any grill stuff, so there's no hibachi or anything, but they do have some cooked foods on their menu. So yeah, Bluefin, all you can eat sushi for $33.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Seems good.
Yeah.
It was very good. And we had the highlight for me of the day, and I still, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go back there just to get that. They had this roll that we ordered last because I was like, I really wanted to try this. Let's give it a shot. And we were all getting pretty full. Was this one called the Lemon Drop? And it was a piece of asparagus that was fried. So in the middle of like a sushi roll. And then it had these thin little slices of lemon on top. And then this amazing lemon sauce over the top. It was so good. If I hadn't been so full, I would have ordered.
Yeah, I think it was a tuna roll, right? Like there was still tuna on it, right?
There was something else in there. I don't remember what was all in there, but it was so good.
It was good.
I will next time we're going back, and I'm going to get 2 of those right away.
So
it was delicious. Yes.
So that was Bluefin, and then I came. Basically, I took the last day. I was there from Thursday through most of Sunday. And so after I finished up, and I did not place at all in the Keyforge tournaments as expected. I hadn't played hardly any Prophetic Visions, though I did, like, I guess sort of live report my progress in the Discord channel, in the Guildy's Conquest Discord channel. And I got excited because when I started Sealed, I won my first 2 games, and I was like, wow, I'm not 0-2ing out, because it's a 2-loss out tournament. And I won my first 2 games, went to lunch, came back, and then lost my 2 games in succession. And they weren't just losses; they were spectacular losses. Like I made no gameplay progress at all. I was destroyed, which I was like, well, that's what I expected to have happen to me from the get-go. So I was grateful. So anyway, after I finished up during the day, I would go over to the Horseshoe and try to hang out with whoever I could hang out with. Now, I was lucky enough to get like a day pass, and it was kind of a pain to get one because it's like Bonacor was originally going to meet me to get me a pass. He says, "Oh, I'm in the middle of something right now, so just go up, ask for so and so, and tell him you're my friend." And it was like the person I was interfacing with did not believe me, and I was like, and fair enough. fair enough. Like, I get it, because like I've never been to WSBG before, but like there's a lot at stake there. So it's like I understand trying to keep the people that are supposed to be there the only people that are there, because they've got lots of stuff going on, and it's Vegas, and there's interesting characters in Vegas, So, but I'm not one of them. But I got in.
Who I am, people.
Yeah. And I had some time, so I got to play. I ran into Z Garcia, and we played a game of Libertalia. That was a good time. It's the first time I think I played a game with Z since I lived in Florida. And then I ran into Dave Luza, and he only had a little bit of time before he had to be casting for one of the events in the ring. So he taught me Cascadia. So I've actually now officially played Cascadia. And it's not as bad as I thought.
You thought it was bad?
I thought it was a game that I would not enjoy in the slightest.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And my impression was mainly from my cutting of the game night video and just what I've seen about it. And I was like, because theme-wise, the nature theme doesn't do anything for me. It's like, it doesn't move the needle. It's like the fact that it has to do with nature, I'm just like, I don't care. And I know that it's another one of those games that felt like there was just a lot of those draft a thing and put it in your tableau kind of thing going on. So to me, it felt like Cascadia was just another one of those. But I see why, it won the spiel and everything. It's fine.
It's fine.
I would play it. And so yeah, that was a pleasant experience. And then we actually got to play something too. Well, we played Burn Your Village that night after sushi. Please don't burn my village. Please don't.
Please don't burn my village.
Yeah.
Yes, please don't burn my village, because we were looking for an easy card game that we could learn, and I saw Please Don't Burn My Village, so we played that.
And the reason we played that, and it was because, and I quote, that just said, Steph said this was cute. And it was.
I did.
Yeah. It's a fine game. Yeah. So, Jelfia said, I'm thinking about getting TCG Card Shop Sim. I have not been back to it, but I got sucked into that game. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that was my Vegas venture. I left Sunday and came home. The big mess. My son had done another number on my game shelves and spread games all over the floor. I cleaned up a few that I could that night, and then I just, in between my breaks of editing during the next day, I would go and try to put a game away. Sitting there with the rule book, counting components, trying to figure out which component goes in which box. It was, he was rummaging, looking for the Century Gems. I've hid them so he can't do this anymore, but he decided that he was going to, and I told my wife, I was like, you got to make sure he doesn't go down there, because I came home and like there was a chair up against my shelf, and it's like, I know where I had it hidden before. It was way on top of the shelf, so I know he was climbing on my shelves to get to stuff, because he had pulled box down that were buried up on the top of the shelf. So I know that he was standing on my shelf at one point. I'm like, he could have seriously injured himself and my stuff. Like, this is all my livelihood right here is at this desk.
You can't climb on top of a shelf that has games to the top.
Well, I mean, he wasn't on top of it. Like, he was standing on the lips of my shelves here. It's like, I'm surprised, because he's big enough now. He didn't pull the shelf over on himself.
Right.
Bad.
Yeah. So, but he felt bad about it. And so it's like, I was trying not to be mad, but it was, it's incredibly frustrating, because I'm sitting here. It's like, I don't know. It's like, this is what I get for trying to go do something fun for a weekend. But how was the show after I left, though? That's just because you were there till Tuesday, right?
I was there till Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We did not leave. I didn't fly out till Wednesday afternoon. It was good. I worked pretty late on Sunday and Monday night, so and then on Wednesday I was officially done, so we went and did fun things on Wednesday because Theron was finally feeling better. So we went to see the Mandalay Bay Sharks, and we went to the F1 Grand Prix Plaza. That's what they call it, the Grand Prix Plaza. And of course, F1 is coming in February, so Vegas is already full swing into preparing for F1, for the F1 race in November. So, yeah, so we did some fun things. And the show, I mean, it was good. The competition was good. A friend of mine got a ring that was very unexpected.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so it was. He thought he'd just go for it with a choir. He didn't think he was gonna get anywhere, and he was like, "Yeah, just why not? I'll try out a choir." And then he ended up getting a ring. So, the final day so it was really, of course, on Tuesday nights is super late because they wait until the games are all done. So we were waiting for Ark Nova to finish up, which was so long.
Ark Nova's long, even when you're playing that game casually.
I know, and the competition for Ark Nova is very serious, and they're actually talking about doing an Ark. So Capstone, and maybe Steph even knows about this already. Capstone is that they are going to be announcing sometime in November or December that they're going to be having this worldwide Ark Nova competition. And they're going to be having a regional thing and all the kind of stuff. So, and they're going to be flying people to Germany to play for the World Championships, and WSBG is going to kind of be part of that. So that's coming next year. But probably the other thing is if you are interested in getting to WSBG or even competing casually, they are partnering with BGA, Board Game Arena. And so they are looking for people to, they're going to be having competitions throughout the year. And they're going to be, there's going to be prizes. Some of it will be coupon codes. Some of it will be like Phoenix tournament prizes or whatever. And then they're talking about kind of building that up to an online thing that you could win a trip to WSBG. So, for those of you that are competitive and maybe can't afford to go to Vegas, but you want to give it a shot, there is definitely some World Series of Board Game stuff happening on BGA. So, and I know a lot of you are there. So yeah, they're launching some big tournaments on Board Game Arena that they're going to be doing, because most of the games for WSBG are on Board Game Arena.
How do they decide? Do you know how they decide which games are in the competition pool?
I'm pretty sure a bunch of people sit around and they pick games.
Okay, I was kind of wondering.
There's obviously, they try to choose ones that have some longevity or whatever. So Heat is leaving. So this was the last year for Heat. This was the last year for Raw. And
I still need to play Raw.
Escaping me. There's one more that's also dropping off. So every year they're kind of dropping out something and bringing something else in.
Okay.
So next year they're adding Ticket to Ride is coming back. And
what if they do like the Wizard style thing, like in the Wizard movie where they debuted Super Mario Brothers 3 at a Nintendo World Championship? What if they debuted a new board game at the World Series of Board Games that no one's ever played before?
Well, I don't think that would be fair to debut it as the for the game, but there is. Last year, Min and Elwyn, the designers of Lost Ruins of Arnak, were there, and they were showing off the new Arnak expansion that had not been released yet. There was other designers that were there with something, showing it off for the first time. So, that's kind of stuff is coming in competition. No, and of course Phoenix tournaments. They have the kind of the outer ring tournaments that are going on. So those they would definitely introduce new games and have introduced, and that's always
okay.
There's all kinds of new games going on out there. There was I think there was like a between two cities going on, and there was a can't stop and a strike, just fun tournaments that were going on. And those are cash prizes. And if you win those, you get literally cash the next morning.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's very chill and it's not very stressful. There's a lot of gameplay to happen. And the one thing that they really improved on this year is the library. The BGG library was.
You mean Dice Tower?
More of the library, or Dice Tower library.
Yeah.
The Dice Tower library. They had a lot more Dice Tower library than they previously did, and it was open till 2 a.m. And they kept it open until like 2 o'clock the final day. So some people were still hanging around, but the library, and now they're talking about next year, the library is actually going to be open 24/7. So like from the start of WSBG.
Sounds like that's more of a ramp up thing they're doing logistically, because like open gaming, has that always been part of WSBG? Because I know this is sort of like a okay.
Yes. Dice Towers had their library there from day one, and it is just expanding and expanding and expanding. And there's a lot of tables out there, and I've never had a hard time finding a table somewhere to play. So there's a lot of open gaming happening. So even if you
it didn't seem too crazy. But again, I was only there for like 3 to 4 hours at a time. So
yeah, I mean, find a friend that's competing and room with them, and All
right.
So
now the spicy question, Duchess: was there any drama this year? Because you're as a judge, I'm just curious. Was there any interesting drama? Because I feel like with competitive games like this, there's usually something that comes up. Now, to be fair, I don't think anything serious stuff. Like I don't think anyone's ever been like ejected or anything, right?
There's been some people that were asked to not play anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anybody's ever been ejected, but there were definitely people that were post convention were asked to not return. The Arc Nova, so in Arc Nova, you get a different board each round, and some of the players were not really excited about the boards that were chosen because there was like promo boards. So they had brand new Arc Nova boards last year, and they had competition boards again this year. So they played the competition board, last year's competition boards in one round, and the players weren't really excited about it. So, but the other thing that they're really going hard in on is that having promos that are only available at WSBG. So for Heat, they had an Indy 500 board that all the competitors got. They had a new card for Terraforming Mars that has never been seen before. They had new player boards for Arc Nova, so this is the second. They had a playmat for Earth. Lost Ruins of Arnak was just a keychain, but Min and Elwyn actually hand signed every single one of them.
Oh, wow.
God bless them. What else did we have? Oh, Brass. There was a custom card. There was a set of cards for Brass. Cascadia was just the Kickstarter promo pack. So everybody goes home with. There was a lot of promos that you got just for competing. So it's and they're working more to get more custom ones that you'll only be able to get at WSBG. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I would enjoy trying to compete on that level because when Luza was teaching me Cascadia, he talked about how the games can go like 3 hours because everyone is like over analyzing all of the potential plays with every draft. It's like. I don't know if I want to play. I don't think I just want to even play that hard.
Yeah, and that's for me too. Like I want to enjoy these games and continue.
But I don't know if I was sitting there and it's like, $25,000 if you can pull this off. I don't know. Maybe I'd be sitting there APing my heart out too. I don't know.
Well, the rings alone, each ring is worth like $3,500, and the diamonds in the rings were so big this year that they actually gave them like normally it's just a lot of diamonds, but this year they each had like a pretty large stone. So they actually had like certificates and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the rings alone are worth like, just all the rings, they're worth $3,500 alone. And the bracelet I think is worth $6,000 or $7,000.
It is kind of fun though that when you walk in, they have all those on display in a case, and it's just they've definitely figured out a way to tap into. Oh, wouldn't it be cool? This could be yours.
They were really pretty. The rings were really pretty this year too, because they definitely got some feedback.
So you don't get to like get cash; you actually get jewelry.
You get jewelry. So if you win a ring event and then you go to the final table, I think everybody that wins a ring, I think you get some money, and then the winner gets $25,000, and then the next person gets a certain chunk, and then the top 4 gets a certain chunk. But yeah, no, they get money. They get jewelry and money. So
I was like the most posh thing I can think of in the world of board gaming. But I mean,
it is pretty.
Vegas is the right backdrop for that kind of stuff, though.
And it's at the very same place that the World Series of Poker is. It's some of the it's kind of a branch off of the World Series of Poker a little bit, but yes. So it's fun, and there's a lot of game playing happening, and it's pretty chill. And even if you're not into the whole Vegas thing, as far as a convention, there isn't a whole ton of vendors. It's just a lot of game playing happening. So, and there's a lot of fun other events. They had a werewolf tournament, which was pretty interesting. So they have a crokinole tournament. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's very chill, and you don't need to go far, and it's pretty reasonably priced if you stay in the hotel. There's a lot of great promos and other things, and yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's kind of a nice break. So even as a judge, I just walk around all day and talk to people. People
it's like the belt buckles in the rodeos, yeah.
Yeah. And they had belts. They look like WWE belts. They have a couple of those that are traveling belts for different things. So yeah, it's interesting. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Even though I really don't like Vegas.
Yeah. I did not gamble at all, though, while I was there. I brought cash to do it, but then I ended up having to throw it all to help pay for a tab. There was this guy at the Keyforge thing I met, and he's kind of famous/infamous, depending on your perspective, for finding these like literal hole-in-the-wall bars to go to. His screen name online is Drazcor. They call it the Drazcor Experience. And there's this... It's a weird, like, sort of secret tiki bar in Vegas called the Golden Tiki. It's very cool inside, as long as you don't sit in the center table. The center table has a bunch of shelves of shrunken heads that are overlooking you as you're trying to eat and stuff, and I didn't like that. So I'll sit in any of the booth tables other than the center one. But this was my second time there, and it's one of those places where it's like they just open a tab for you, so it's like one person's tab, and it's like, I don't know why they won't work harder to split it at the end. So it was like, well, I guess, between I think 6 of us that were there, and a lot of other people drank a lot more than I did. I only had one cocktail, but they also served this really good pineapple soft serve that I really liked. I had like three helpings of that. It was really good. Anyway, but we ran up like a $300 tab, and so it was like, so I spent a lot of my cash to help cover that out, because like some people were like, I have Venmo, I have PayPal, I have this, I have that, and it's like, so I was one of the few that actually had cash to sort of like spread it around the rest of the party. So yeah, I mean, I was made whole and everything, but basically my cash was utilized to help that tab be evenly distributed amongst all of us.
I brought a $2 bill to put in the slot machines, and they wouldn't take it. I was a little disappointed about that.
Oh.
It doesn't know how to read it. I mean,
yeah.
Guess not.
Interesting.
So I was a little disappointed because I brought a $2 bill.
You might just have to go to the people at the window and be like, exchange this for.
That's no fun.
But I mean, I went to Vegas last time. I was in Vegas before this. I was in Keyforge. I went to the Clock Tower convention in Vegas, and that's where I took my $100 and I threw it into a slot machine, and I was getting bored, so I just upped the bet on the slot machine so I'd bleed out faster just to play it out, and I ended up winning $1,200, which is what paid for my trip out there, which was nice. But nope, not this time. I was hoping, because I was always like, every time I go to Vegas, I always just, it's how you should do it, is you should just decide on an amount that you're okay with spending on gambling, and when it's gone, it's gone. And if you're traveling with somebody, have them keep you accountable. So it's even better if you got someone that's like, when you win big on something, you can like give them part of your winnings, and then that way you're guaranteed to walk away with something. But
nice.
So that was the Vegas Ventures. And they say that anything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and my body disagrees, because all the soreness definitely did not stay in Vegas. So as you get older, more and more of Vegas comes home with you.
Yeah, it would be great if more money ended up coming home with
I
me.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I put some money in the slot machines this time. I did not last year, and I'm like, yeah, we're never doing that ever again, because that was just.
I know. I've been told my $1,200 experience is like, that's so not the typical slot experience. So don't let that frame. And I was like, okay, so I should probably not do that.
Yeah, you got very lucky. I don't know. They maybe had their eye on you or something. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because
this guy will be back.
Yeah. Well, because before that, there was this fun little like horse racing game that like you would bid on these horses, and like there's these little miniature horses that are like running around this covered like racetrack. Yeah, that was fun, but that's where I sank most of my money. And then I was like, okay, I feel like I'm just feeding this machine money. So then I was like, I took what I had left. I was like, I'm just gonna go put it in a slot machine. I was gonna try to find like one of those fun themed ones I would care about, but I didn't. I just found this generic. You've probably seen it when you walk by, the one with just the buffalo that stares at you, the wild buffalo one.
Oh yeah.
It was one of those, and I'm just gonna stick it in here and see if I get anything. And I just upped it to the maximum bet, so it would take as few spins as possible. And it kept going and going and counting, and I didn't even understand what I spun that made me do so well. I was just like, wow, that keeps going up. And I'll be like, wow, it's up past $200. Well, that's great. That's cool. I'll be happy if it gets past 500. If 500 is still going, I'm just like, wow, what if it got to 800? It's like, oh, if it hits 1,000, I'm taking this and walking home. And then 1,000 kept going. I was like, it got to 1,200. And I was like, I am out of here.
Yeah. 100%.
It'll never happen again.
You know how they say you're never more than 10 feet away from a spider? Well, from the second you set foot in Vegas, you're never more than 10 feet away from a slot machine. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I know.
They are everywhere.
I was tempted to play while I was stuck at the airport, but
that's what I did. I played a little bit while I was at the airport.
I never hear stories of anybody winning big at the airport, so that's why I don't.
There was this little old lady that put a ton of money into a slot machine, and I was like, and then she didn't get anything, and I'm like, let's take the little old lady thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'll sit down for a few minutes, and it was like a penny slot thing, and I'm like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I won like $10, but of course I spent it, so whatever. Yeah, and like never again. Why do I do these things? Such a waste of time.
Awesome.
But anyways.
All right. Well, it's about that time to wind this down. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us. We love you all. Yeah. Anyone got anything fun going on coming up? They wanna share, blast, plug? Share, blast, plug? Okay.
I will try to stream Thursday or Friday this week, but then I'm going to Chicago for the weekend. And then next week, Thursday, I'm leaving for Germany. So I should be here next week, but then I'm going to be gone the rest of the month.
Gotcha. Well, I will tell you all.
We are putting out more and more overview videos, so that's good. I hope that everyone is happy with the fewer number of games we're actually playing on the table, and even if you're let down on this side, you're maybe pleased with seeing more games at least be put on the table.
Yeah.
So, Jelfia likes the overviews. That's good.
Oh,
overviews are good.
But it's helping us. We're now.
You're not just saying that, Jelfia. You're not just being nice. It's fine if you are. Just curious.
I mean, please be nice.
You can tell us secretly what you really think.
No, I think that's a good plan for you guys with the amount of games that you have to get through, especially if there's a lot of those games.
The backlog was getting just insanely big.
Well, and if a lot of those games are not good, then, like...
Before, they wouldn't have even had an overview video, so that's probably better for the publishers.
I think so. Make the publishers happy, do something, just give an overview. You don't even have to give it a rating. You can just say, this is how this game plays.
And we're not talking about the ratings on any of them. Pro tip, if you want to know how we feel about the games, that's what those weekly recaps are for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I've got one last thing to talk about Keyforge. I'm sorry. But so on Friday, October 3rd, I believe at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, pretty sure that's what it's set for. I'm going to go live. I was given 2 exclusive new preview cards for the new Keyforge set that's currently on GameFound right now, Draconian Measures. I've been added to the pool of Keyforge content creators because I used to have that show on BGG called T-Forge with Candice, where it was a very short-lived thing. But
I was like, used to. I mean, that was like last week.
Yeah, I thought you guys still had that going.
Nope, it's we haven't done an episode since last summer, I don't think. Or last fall. So yeah, it was like 5 episodes, and I had a 6th one in the can, but anyway, it was a very sudden change of priorities for Board Game Geek, which is why it went away. But in that process, I got sort of like kind of worked my way into. So I'm going to create some kind of Keyforge content now. I'm thinking about I'm just going to fire up a YouTube channel, and I'm going to call it Wigsby Deck 1-2. And
there you go.
And I'll see what I could do. I just want to have something because I'd love to keep doing this. And I'm going to debut 2 exclusive. Only I have seen them so far. Keyforge cards from the new set. I'm going to do that on Friday, October 3rd. I'm going to be on the BGG live page. So I was trying to make this so that Ghost Galaxy isn't sorry for including me in doing this.
Speaking of the BGG page, the being hosted on the front page, it no longer counts in our stats on Twitch.
No, it does not. That's a Twitch adjustment that has happened.
I see that.
Yeah. So now
we don't even know if we're live on BGG anymore.
Yeah. So it's not. You're not going to see any of those numbers like you did before, probably, because that was a Twitch adjustment. However. I mean, for the foreseeable future, we're going to keep doing it because it's still good, I think, for the board game community. Just Board Game Geek wants.
Plus, hopefully, it still brings people in.
Yeah, I'm going to wear my BGG hat just for a second. That we still want like people to go to Board Game Geek and know what's happening right now in board games, and the live page is still the way to do that. So, while it's not going to have the perk of like getting you extra views directly to your page because Twitch is no longer counting embedded stream numbers that way. But it's still, I think, good for the community. So the live page is still going to be there. And if you are using the dashboard side of the Board Game Geek homepage, you will still see anyone that's live pop up there. And I will be doing that. So with the rise of the robots, everyone's got to figure out how to work with and combat AI. So this is just a byproduct of that, I'm sure. Anyway, so that's gonna do it with us. We got a raid ready to go, and then looks like we'll have all of us here maybe next week for some more Guildie hangout time. Otherwise, we're gonna have to get creative what to do with Duchess disappearance. and we'll find some
I'll be
fun
back.
things.
It's not permanent.
Oh, I know. But you're going to be gone a while. Yeah.
I'm going to be gone for a while, yes.
Hey, when you come back, you're going to have loads of stories to tell because I think you're the only one of us that's going to Spiel. So.
Yeah, so if anybody has anything you want me to look for or even consider having me mule back,
yeah,
let me know.
I may have to talk to you offline about some potential stuff. Nothing huge. Like I said, I will never try to turn you into a mule.
I'm hitting Similo. I'm going to get Similo.
Yeah. So, we'll talk about that. Anyway, that's going to do it with us. Thanks so much. Until next time, GG and live it up. We love you all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.
This has been a Senor Azul production. Fist bump.
How do they do?
Get well, Azul. We'll see you back soon, hopefully.